I can't sleep. I'm thinking about Simon and his gang. Simon is the guy from Max A that existed before time and a long time, and I'm wondering if Simon still exists, because there's no valid explanation to what, or in-depth explanation as far as I know, as to what aforetime means. I'm thinking it's before time, and then all time that preceded after that is before him. So we can jump out before time into any time. So we're looking for evidence of Simon. What evidence is there of Simon? Because Simon's a sneaky wizard, and he probably has cloaking devices and stuff like that, and jumps back into a forward time and stuff when we can't see him. But we do know when he's around, because when he's around you start to see the effects of when he's around. You start to see corruption, you start to see witchcraft, you start to see pyramids, you start to see deformities and stuff. So if you're looking for Simon in a country, how do you find Simon? Well, you look for traces of Simon, because Simon is the opposite to all. Simon's cult is opposite to what the Lord teaches. So Simon, some of the signs of Simon is warfare, famine, deformities, disease, pest, and sicknesses, and corruption. So I'm gonna put this out there anyway. I'm not targeting anyone, and I'm not one of these words that the politically correct throw about, the politically correct leftist lobbyists throw about all the time. So I was talking about something the other day, and I'm wondering if this is a sign of Simon. Not too long ago, they started renovating the pyramids 200 years ago. Then global warming started at the same time. So pyramids and archaeology and global warming and all the problems associated with global warming, the death and the famine and the destruction and the corruption and the wars, they started to proliferate in the last century at a frightening rate. And then we go by me reading the Bible, and we read the stories of the old days, and we see, and we read in other books as well, and we see these characters in the history in the Bible that have the same characteristics. They do the same stuff basically. If they were the beast of instinct, they do exactly the same thing. The Bible says they are beasts of instinct. So they do the same thing over and over again like an animal. They drink the same water, they eat the same food, they shit in the same place, they go the same place to drink, because they're beasts. Simon, by the sounds of things, is an absolute monster. He's responsible for the cult of Marduk, and some Simon, and all him and his pals are responsible for the fake religion that is the Mayan culture, or the Sumerian culture. Now, if you go around to the Mayan pyramids, I was going bowling around South America, minding my own business, and I went into the jungle, and all of a sudden I stumbled upon a fresh, vibrant, half-crippled, deformed tribe of Maya having one of their pals for dinner. I'd know Simon was about. I'd look and I'd say, Simon sign. So you'd know Simon was there. But we're seeing stuff like that all the time. But it's not, they're not actually taking the people up to the top of the pyramids and butchering them. They're doing that we know about. Obviously not in broad daylight, they're not doing it. But the signs of Simon in my culture. So Simon is linked to people with deformed skulls and stuff like that, and political agendas that span the globe. So Simon thinks big. He wants his operation to be so big that your puny retarded human pea-brain can't see his plan. But Simon is leaving traces everywhere. So all of a sudden, someone starts fixing up Simon's gaff. So when you're talking about Simon's gaff, Simon's house, Simon has pyramids everywhere, and he pictures of carvings of him on his flying machine, Quetzalcoatl gods and all these different gods. And all the pyramids are big clocks, they're time devices, because he's fascinated by time, because he was a 4-time, and he lived a long time, and he controlled all Samaria, and they thought he was God. He's back. He seems that he's making a comeback. Him and his cult are making a comeback, and all that sort of bad behaviour that comes with the cult, and the form skulls, SARS and all. That's more evidence of Simon. Increased homosexuality and homosexual agendas which span the globe. Say, what are you talking about? Well, what I'm talking about is, I watched the internet for years. I just sat down on my laptop and my gaff and just watched all sorts of stuff, not porn and all that, stuff about learning. And basically, I started to notice stuff in the history. So I started to have a mooch. And then history just started to be like a jigsaw to me. Bits were fitting in and I could see a bigger picture. I'd know this bit of history because I learned it on the History Channel. I watched The World at War, Aztecs, Incas, Ancient Aliens, other stuff that was on. And when I was watching the internet years ago, I noticed this agenda that was given out by the American Council for the Homos. Whoever they have a council for the homosexuals. Now remember, anything to do with homosexuals or the gay committee, there's one deciding factor, and by its very nature, it's discriminatory, and it's the fact that you have to be gay. It's a boys' club for people or sexual orientation, and then in order to progress or further yourself in this thing, you have to be gay. And a guy done a study a few years ago, and a lot of the gay guys' schools were deformed, he said. High percentage of them, it's a fact, but they probably lobbied against this information and this guy, and you're probably not even allowed to talk about him now, because your freedom of speech is taken away. So you have to notice the signs of Simon and the freedom of speech. Simon does not give a fuck about you or what you have to say. Simon only has one thing: to farm a brain dead, totally traumatized, controlled population, that he can pick people out of that population at random and do whatever he fucking likes to them. But Simon has to slowly wear away cultural taboos and stuff like that. Now, I was listening to the gay lobby, and they have a mandate, they have a mantra, they have a method statement. And the method statement is quite chilling. Because in Ireland, we're after witnessing the breaking down of some of the taboos and the cultural stoppers. There's things in place to stop cultures from going berserk, from ending up like Sodom and Gomorrah or Bedlam or something like that. First of all, they legalised being gay, then they legalised lowering the age of sex, then they legalised bestiality, then you can marry the dogs and the chickens and all stuff like that, and it just gets worse. Then certain people, you can kill them on the pyramids because they're not of the priest class, and so on and so forth. There's there's a certain class within this mad conspiracy against the Lord and his inheritance, because that's what it is. So when I read this, there's no mention of the Bible, the Constitution, the American founding fathers or anything. There's just this pure invasive, aggressive, predatory statement, and it goes like this: we the gays and the gay brothers are gonna take over, blah de blah, and if anyone comes against the gays and the blah de blah, they'll be dealt with. And this is the gay lobby speaking to the gay World Council of Gay People. Say, I've seen the world again. They're trying to make a new language, a new way of cracking on. We're seeing the signs and the development of the Simon cult. Then everyone starts fixing up Simon's pyramids. The world is on fire now. We turned on all the pyramids. We fixed up Simon's gaffers, ready to go. There's a guy called I don't worry about. Is Simon coming back? Is he moving into his house?